and I am hoping this time the camera is working better as far as it not stretching the camera. All right, we're going to go ahead and, ow, 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 we're going to put you in this here. And we're going to angle it a certain way. All right, how do we got this? Okay, I do apologize for this. I do apologize, but we are seeing the stand rather than that. Hey, it wasn't like that last time. Okay, sorry. Nope. How can we get it to where we're not seeing the stand? That's weird. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties right out the gate here, right? I don't remember ever seeing that. Okay, well. We didn't see it last time. One day we will get it right. Oh my gosh. Hang on. I don't recall seeing this stand last time. Okay, well, hopefully it's not going to really interfere too much with this. Let's go ahead and put another paper towel so this is not distracting. So good morning, good morning, good morning. It's like 8 something in the morning. It is, 8:18 a.m. I know this is not a popular time, but this is the only time that I can do like a live video. And I I did edit the doll show one, and it's a long video, so it's got to render yet. So we have to do that yet. Alrighty. Hopefully, alright, I do need my little paint palette here. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to show you who we're painting on today. We're painting on this little guy here. This is Lucas. This is Cassie Brace. He is for the Kansas Doll Show. And I am working on his, I don't know how many layers already, but I am starting putting in the detailed layer where the hairs are getting more and more wispier. You can tell these layers are just kind of the base layers, and that they just look plain and they look generic and cartoony. So it doesn't look very pretty in the beginning, but I tell you, the more layers you put down, the better it looks. So it's looking better now that we are putting more and more layers. So we're going to paint on him today. First, I've been painting on him, but I decided to go live because I haven't been live in a few days and it's been crazy, and my phone broke today. I'm very saddened by that. Like, but why? How are you live? I am live on my phone, but I have one of them folding what is it? Z Fold 4. It's a folding phone, and never again will I get one of these phones. So this is the second time that the big screen has broke. So I would be trading it in for a phone that doesn't fold. So good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Let's get some fresh water in here so we can dip our brush in here. Fresh waters. What you guys been up to today? Thank you for the thumbs up. Yay. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's paint on this little guy, and I will be, I don't know, just kind of chatting and painting, and or I might be quiet in some areas that I got to concentrate on, but this is a good way to practice painting in front of a camera, especially hair painting. Hair painting is very nerve-wracking, especially in the beginning stages of it. So I have my round brush here, and I use 50 billion different brushes on each baby. It depends on what type of hair that I want to paint. But so yeah, if you have any questions, I will keep an eye on chat down below. Feel free to ask any questions, or if you want to talk about anything in particular. Yeah. So we're just getting darker and darker and darker and darker with our coloring. Sometimes putting a brush inside a baby's head does help stabilize. So it does take me quite a while. It takes me on the average 4 to 5 days, depending on the type of hair painting, the size of the head. Actually, little Charlie there, he took me a whole week. I mean, it seems like the littler the head, the more time it takes to paint. I have no idea why. But yeah, so it takes me about, so I'll be painting on this little guy over the weekend, his hair. This is air dry paints, so I usually like give it a rest for the for the evening, and then I go on the next day and continue on another layer depending on how much. So I will be painting a blonde hair baby, which I only done 2 other blonde hairs, and I'm gonna go for it for the Kansas Doll Show. So Quinby is going to be the lucky baby that is going to get blonde hair. So this is gonna look cartoonish, or it may look goofy, but trust me, the more layers, even if I think I'm making a mistake, if I just keep painting, it'll correct itself. Today we are in Cleveland, Ohio. Today's weather, it's about 30 degrees out, so yeah, it got cold again. It snowed yesterday. I was getting off of work. I'm like, oh my gosh, where's all this snow coming from? It actually was a pretty ride home in the snow. As long as the roads aren't like slick, I don't mind driving in it. It's really pretty. So we had like 60 degrees the other day, and then it got cold, and now it's supposed to warm right back up into the 60s. Crazy Ohio weather. I'm telling you. I'm painting very slow, taking my time, thinking about, where each little stroke is gonna go. Now, you really can't tell I made a boo-boo. I made a mistake up there, but it's definitely gonna be like, it'll be covered up. Cover my paints. Actually, we'll use this. So if I'm not going to use that, I'm going to cover it and just dip my brush into my little paint palette on my paper towel. Hey Velma, how are you doing? Good to see you. Happy Friday to you. I hope you are enjoying your Friday. Yeah, I wanted to go live the other day, but yeah, I just got busy. Oh my goodness. We're busy at work, and so I'm pretty worn out between my job, coming home, painting dolls, taking care of the animals, that fun stuff. Oh, sorry. I'm getting away from the camera. Be careful up here. It's actually my first time painting with this particular brush. Thought I would try it. And don't worry, this will get smaller. This little space will get smaller. So what's everybody's plans for Friday, for the weekend? Anybody have weekend plans? Everybody's working for the weekend. I know I'm working tonight. That's the only thing that stinks about third shift is you gotta go in Friday night and work till Saturday morning. It's hard to go to bed right away coming home because usually on Saturdays we get together with family. We have a pretty big family. We're all pretty close. So we like get together, especially now that my daughter, she can be having a baby. Be really busy. Right back at ya. Oh, hugs. It's so cold. Burr. I always think I need tiny brushes. Sorry. I just can't get the hang of it at all. Oh, it's not the matter of like getting the hang of it. It's a matter of doing it over and over and over and over and over again. That's how you learn. And that's how I've been doing this for, I don't know how many years I've been doing this, and I'm still learning. Oh my gosh. I am so nervous. Like yesterday is when I started this. So I've been painting on this head for like 4 or 5 hours yesterday. And I just started this yesterday. And let me tell you, I'm just sweating bullets when I start painting hair. And I've been doing this for years now. It's not like, I don't know why. It just makes me nervous. I want to do curly hair is what I want to do, so I better start practicing on that. It's just a matter of practicing, just like, I want to do um, rooting. What kind of rooting is it? Mono rooting. I know I can do it, but I just don't want to. I don't want to be looking through there. I don't want to be looking through the it gives me a headache. Sorry, I'm like painting off camera. I'm gonna try to get closer. Looking through the magnifying glass gives me a headache. They have them at Jacqueline Kramer's class. I took her rooting class in 2019 at the Rose Doll Show. I got a headache looking through that thing and trying to get those needles are completely different from what I use when I decide to root hair. Um, but what was I gonna say? I mean, I suppose I can learn. This head seems so big. It's like I can't get like a good grip without. I feel like I'm gonna smudge the paint. mean, I could. There are some people who doing a really good job learning mono rooting, and it was beautiful. And it's just like, I could if I practiced and practiced and practiced, and I know I can do it. Anybody can do anything. It may look silly at first, but you'll get there. Do you find painting hair easier than rooting hair? That's a good question. I find rooting hair is easier, in my opinion, but the way I root hair, it's not mono rooting. It's like 2 to 3 hairs in each follicle at the most. So, you know, when you root hair, it's hair, and it looks, and it's real, more, of course, more realistic looking. But, you know, I've seen some hair painting that look way more realistic than some rooting that I have seen. Trying to get closer to the camera. It's a good question. My inspiration, of course, for hair painting is Yvonne Nather and Palm View. I think it's Palm View Reborn's. Like, her hair painting is stunning. I mean, she even puts highlights in the dark hair too, like highlights in it. So that'll be my next step, is learning to put some highlights. Ever loved Reborn's? She paints similar to me. Her hair painting's nice. Let's get this. Actually, I used her method of doing the swirl. It's the 6-9 swirl. This is called the 6-9 swirl. So it's where you do a 6 and then a 9, and it creates a swirl. The swirl I usually do is like a hurricane thing. I just go in a circle, but I did the 6-9. And I'd say it looks pretty good. I think she stopped painting Reborns. She changed her channel name to her name. It's nice, isn't it? Very nice. Beautiful. So yeah, it takes me quite a while to do hair painting, which is fine. It definitely takes longer to root, but sometimes I think hair painting can take just as long. It just depends on, you know. This head just seems so big. Yvonne Nather has, yeah, look her up too. She's got some really pretty hair painting. I'm not sure if she reborns anymore. I did see she did have a recent one of an Everly Gwen that she was selling on reborns.com. She had it on her Instagram, but she posted a link to reborns.com. You see the difference there? It's just a matter of layers. You have to be patient with it. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. He's a cutie. He looks just like my Christopher. Look at his face. His face is so cute. I can't wait till to do his fine details on his hair, like his hairline and everything. That's like my favorite part. That part I'm not nervous about. I know that part's, I call it playing. That's the part where I feel like it's like playing um, with the hairline and bringing it forward. And so yeah, it looks cartoony in the beginning. It may look like cartoonish for the first few layers, and then little by little it starts looking more and more realistic. Yeah, so pretty soon I'll be looking into getting a new phone. I was so bummed out. Last night at lunch, my lunch is at 3 a.m. I go to pull my phone out to open it up and, watch some YouTubies while I'm on lunch. And, well, guess what? It wasn't. Screen died. I was like so upset. They don't last very long, is what I've been told. Plus, the cat did knock my phone off of the buffet table yesterday in the dining room. So that didn't help. But when I got this phone, I was told that they are known for the screens. They don't last that long. So I guess it lasted me longer than what I thought. So the main part of the phone works, the little screen, the other screen works. So I'll be using that for a little while until I either trade this in, or I'll probably trade it in, because there's no use in having this phone if the big screen, doesn't work. So now I gotta research what the latest Android phones are. You're going to be such a cutie. I have another one of these Lucas's, this kit right here. He looks just like my Christopher as a newborn, so I'll be reborning me one. And the only difference is my Lucas, that's going to be my Christopher, is going to have rooted hair, because all my portrait babies of my kids, they're all rooted. So he's going to have rooted hair. So that's going to be a big head. This is a pretty sizable head. Pretty sizable head. So I do use, like, I know a lot of people told me that, I've always used, tiny brushes. You still can. I do. I have a very fine liner, and that's what I use for the hairline, for bringing the hair forward onto the forehead and the sides and the eyebrows. I use a very fine liner for that. But for the general hair back here, it's two different size comb brushes, and then actually I used a makeup brush. second baby that I used the makeup brush on, and it came out pretty good. Like the first layer, the mapping. I'll have to find some time in the evening. Tomorrow's Saturday. Maybe I can try to go live tomorrow evening. I don't know. I don't think that it never usually works out that way because I'm always visiting with the kids. Usually I'm over their house on the weekends, and then Sundays they come over here. Because we don't get to see each other during the week because third shift, you don't see anybody. That stinks. That's the biggest thing about being on third shift. But other than that, third shift, it's quiet at work. I have the whole entire side of the room, like where usually there's like a bunch of people during the day there, like the lab. I work in a lab, and I have that whole side of that room to myself. I'm like, oh, this is so nice to be by myself. So I'm not going to be on here long. Just wanted to come on and say hello. And I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. I will render that video as soon as I get off of here so I can post that. I'll probably post it today, if not today, tomorrow. So just a heads up, I apologize ahead of time for the audio in that video. I left it in because it was kind of funny, because Mark had a microphone on at the same time I did, and I'm like, you know, he had one attached to his shirt too. One of them lavalier ones, you know, the wireless ones. You can hear him. He's like completely across the room at the doll show, and he's talking to different people because he's looking for dolls as well, like collector ones, like the G.I. Joe ones, or anything he can take up to the toy store here and sell or trade for, like different figures, like Star Wars figures and stuff like that. They have them there too at the doll show. But he was like, he was clear across the room talking, and you can hear him as if he was like standing next to me. So I apologize ahead of time for that, but it's kind of funny. I found it funny, to be honest. I mean, I could have put music in there, but I just kind of wanted to get some commentary. met a really nice lady. I've met her before at the doll show. She had two, no, not, what are they? Saskias. I don't know why I get Saskia and the name Saoirse confused together. But she had two of them. They were ethnic ones, and they were so adorable. I've done custom hair painting. Gosh, that was like so long ago. I used to do custom hair painting. That's how I learned how to do hair painting. For some reason, Jenny and who else? It was, oh, I can't think of her name now. Because I think she actually, not Jenny, but the other one learned how to, I think she actually learned how to paint hair for herself instead of paying me to do it for her. But anyways, whatever her name was, I forgot. If it wasn't for them two over the years when I started painting hair, I mean, I was just starting to paint. It was a new thing at the time. I remember that was kind of a like a thing at first, like, does painted hair really painted hair? And there was some negativity towards painted hair because it, like, oh, it's not rooted hair. But a lot of people I find now, if it looks realistic enough, it's like I said, sometimes it looks more realistic than rooted hair. But it's more durable. Like you can, once the varnish is on, you can put hats on, you can rub the head, you can, I love that varnish, the thick medium from Genesis. Absolutely love it. And when I run out of it, I'm going to be so scared when I run out of that thick medium. I will be trying the new thick medium. I got it right here. I went ahead and ordered some from, where did I order? Irresistible? I don't know, but when I run out of the Genesis, then I have this thick medium. I do have an air dry thick medium, and that is pretty good. Um, when I do a no bake baby, so everything if blah, blah, when everything is air dry. All right, I'm on a different part of the hair. So when everything is air dry, I use the Soft Touch as the like couple coats of that, and that looks pretty realistic as a varnish on top of the head as well. The thick medium works well for, I haven't tried it on hair yet, but it's kind of a little bit on the sticky side. So I haven't tried it on the hair yet. But it's great for umbilical cords. So a couple of the babies have belly plates, and I'm going to make a cord stump type deal. You know how the when the cord comes off, and then it's just the belly button is blue, and it's got like a little bit of the cord stump on it or whatever. So I'm going to try my hand at that. I just saw somebody who does um, a lot of work with umbilical cords and cord stumps and stuff like that. So that's where that would look really good. Some hair down here. The great thing about air dry, of course, is I don't have to bake all these layers in the oven. And I can just keep going and going and going. Well, there's only so much you can go, and then you should let it sit for a night and then continue on the next day. I think that's what's best. if you were doing a very simple hair painting, then yeah, you can probably paint in one day using air dry paints, and you can just keep going until you're done. I have, when I do my simple affordable reborns, it's so hard for me to just paint simple. It's so hard. I just want to keep on going and going and going. It's so hard for me to stop at just like 2 or 3 layers of hair painting. I just have to keep on going and going and going. And before you know it, I got a simple painted baby with some realistic hair. And that's where we are at right now. So next time you see this baby, he is going to have all of his hair. So I'm going to continue on working. It has been 36 minutes, so I'm going to continue on. I just wanted to come on and say hello, good evening, or good morning, good afternoon. I just, because I haven't been live in a little bit. I know this is not the time of day. Nobody's usually here. So we're going to try for an evening sometime, I hope. Maybe tomorrow night, who knows. But yeah, I wanted to come on and say hello. And I'm going to try to get that video rendered and up of the doll show. So yeah, just let you know, I've been busy with the doll show babies. This baby will be available at the Kansas Doll Show. And oh my goodness, he's so cute. I love crown swirls. Look at that crown swirl. We're going to work on defining that swirl all the more. So that's what I'm going to be doing this morning until I go to bed. I go to bed in a couple hours here, so I'll be working on this little guy until then. But yeah, so until then, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. But I want to thank you for spending 37 minutes with me. You could have been doing anything else, but you decided to hang out with me. Or if you're watching this on replay, thank you for watching on replay. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section on down below. And yeah, I'll do a reveal once his hair is done. He's going to have luscious dark hair, as you can tell already. He's going to have lots and lots of dark hair, and he's going to have lots of cute little sideburns here into the eyebrows. It's gonna be so adorable. Can't wait to share pictures of him and little Charlie there. His hair is done, so he's looking so adorable. So yeah, alrighty, so I'm gonna let you go, and thank you again for joining me, and I think that's it for today. So look forward to the doll show video, and I do got to make a video of the dolls that I did get at the doll show. I do apologize for slacking on the videos, but I'm very busy with work and then these doll show babies. So very busy, and I got a custom coming my way from a very dear friend of mine. So I want to start working on that baby and just kind of work on that baby as I'm working on these babies. And yeah, so yeah, alrighty. So thank you again for joining, and if you hadn't done so, I'd like to please do subscribe. I do see we do have new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, and yeah. So on behalf of myself and all the reborn babies, thank you for joining, and we'll see you in the next live or the next video, doll show video. Happy reborning. Take care. Bye. Bye. We love you.